What's going on, ladies and gents? Latest episode of Being Black is Ghetto. I'm your lovely host, Jay Evans. And to the couch.
Penny J.
Move your neck
so
like
extra.
that.
Jesus.
All right, and John Doe in the cut.
To your left. Don't say John Doe in the cut.
You in the cut.
It's to your left, though.
All right, to my left. Nigga.
Thank you, nigga.
Nigga.
Dexter's laboratory ass.
Anyway, you know,
I almost called you that word.
before we get to the shits, Patty, how's your week?
Listen, I'm gonna start a series on TikTok about my
God.
story times of how my birthday almost freaking got ruined. That is how my week has been. And don't make no hard breath. I sliced my finger open in the door at work. Like, it's just too much. Too much things going on. That's how my week went.
We're 20.
Chaos.
This is what 20-something episodes
Drama.
in, and you finally told
Mix-up.
the world how your week went aside from work.
I'm tired.
All right, there you go. Get off your chest, black woman. Vent. This is a safe space. You know. I hate that for you, friend. Are you okay? Is your finger all right?
They glued it, but it looks nasty now. And
How you about to get your nails done with your finger like that?
they're gonna figure it out.
Wait, it's on your nail bed?
It's
It's
like
right
on the
next to the
side,
nail.
like on the side of my finger.
Damn,
And
hate that for you.
I had to spend money a few more times. It's a bunch of foolishness, but it's working out. I figured it out.
Anyway, JD, how you living over there, my boy?
Oh, I'm stressed. Got a big work event coming up this week. It's very annoying.
Talk about it, Lamb.
How's your week been,
Life
sir?
of a corporate nigga.
Nigga.
Yeah, we asked him how his week is now. Yeah.
You
No,
feel
I
me?
do. Yeah, I did. Nobody asked him
We
unless I'm on the
started to
episode.
ask him.
Who is we?
When we have guests on the pod, we ask him now.
No, the guests sometimes ask, but not really.
Oh well. How was your
Feel
week?
me? I'm a hero. All right, I'm a hero. So I gotta tell the pod, you know. Yo, I got out of work, right, the other day, and I was driving home. And this is how you know God is real, bro. I just want to start before I even get to this point. God is real, right?
Yes, he is.
So I got out of work, right? I went to go pick up my little you feel me? And on the way home, I don't know why I took this specific route. Like, I was driving through the towns. I never go this way, bro. Like, ever. I was driving. First person I seen was my mother. She was going to church early in the morning. So I cut her off, you know. I just drove. I was like, skirt, pulled up next to her. I seen her. She had an attitude on her face. So she was probably like, who cut me off? And then she seen my window come down. She knew it was me. So she spoke for 2 seconds. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to church. She had a little convention, you know. Shout out my mom and them church. You feel me? Allen Temple in Mount Vernon, you know.
I was about to say, shout to church out.
Yeah, Allen Temple, Mount Vernon. Go support that. You feel me? So she was going to some church convention in Brooklyn. I literally go straight, make a right. Bro, tell me why. I see a 3-year-old kid, 3 to 4-year-old kid. I don't know how his age today, because kids be big as shit nowadays.
Facts.
3-year-old kid running directly towards my car with no clothes on but a diaper. So he literally runs towards me and like heads up the block. I throw my car and park and I just go running up the block. Cause I'm like, yo, what the hell? Now I seen this old lady in like the cut over there. So I'm thinking, all right, maybe little boy just too fast for grandma. So we obviously get the boy up. I'm like, yo, this your kid? She goes, no. Now niggas start panicking. I'm like, bro, what you mean no? So now we start looking around. Like, yo, there's no adult coming out. I'm like, all right, maybe give it like 5 minutes. You know, maybe somebody's gonna come panicking for their kid. Bro, sat there for an hour.
Wow.
Nobody ever came for that kid. Nobody ever came. I asked neighbors and shit. I'm like, yo, do you know this kid? Did anybody recognize this kid? Everybody was like, nope.
Jesus.
Had to call 911 and all, bro. About that kid in the hospital. I really hope that kid is in a better situation than when we found him in. But that is nuts, bro. And he was nonverbal.
I was about to say that. You told me he couldn't talk.
Yeah, he was nonverbal, bro.
That's crazy.
People are terrible parents.
My thing is, if you're gonna have a child that's nonverbal, at least get him a little wristband that says his name and like maybe a contact number, like something, so that he could be taken back home.
People need to pass the test before they have kids.
That
is
part.
what it
Bro,
needs
the
to
cop
happen.
that
Evaluating
came,
before they have kids.
that day was so mad. Like, he was livid. Like, he
Cops
was
don't
like,
play about kids. That's
like he
one
was
time.
saying, he was like, yo, not for nothing, because, you know, the shorty I was with, he was like, yo, because she kept saying it. She was like, I'll really, if I see that mom right now, I might have to really fess her up. And the cop was like, yo, listen, if you want to do that, I'll dead turn this camera off, bro. Like, he was livid, bro. He was tight. And we was going around because, like, it came out of, like, if you know Southside Mount Vernon, like, there's, like, that little complex by the 2020 deli. It happened over there. So, like, I'm over there trying to open every door. All them shits is locked. So he came out of that parking lot, but realistically, I don't even know if he came out of them buildings.
He could have
been walking for a minute for all you know.
Like, I have no clue where that kid came from, bro. No clue. And nothing on, and his diaper was mad soiled.
So that means before he's probably been walking around for a minute. They weren't
Yeah.
watching him before he ran
I
away
don't know.
either.
We was talking about it when we was there. They was like, yo, they're probably sleeping. I hope that's that's actually the best case scenario, that they was just sleeping.
Okay,
God
but
forbid if those parents is like kick the bucket. I
People
hope that
don't
wasn't the
believe
case.
in what do they call it? Like when you put safety things on your house. Like people don't believe in that when you have a toddler.
Yeah,
like
like,
my
how'd you get
house
out
had the
the
safety
crib?
things. Like I was always afraid of my kids getting in something if I overslept or something like that.
Yeah, that's
So
what the
I
nurse
always
was
had
telling us when we
something.
got there. She was like, when she raised her kids, she had like something above her door that
Yeah,
like it made
exactly.
noise every time.
Exactly.
Obviously, she had the little barricades and shit. I never really think about that.
Kids
Obviously,
are
I don't got
so
kids,
intelligent. You have to be a step ahead of them. They're so fast, and so quick.
My parents didn't do that. The only thing they did was the plastic things in the sockets.
But I did the plastic things in the sockets.
That's
I
the
did
only
the
thing
thing
my
over
parents
the.
did.
I did the thing over the knobs. It's like a plastic thing over the knob. There's something you could put over the like when you can't open the oven or any drawers. You could put something on top of it. It's so many things
They
now.
had the stuff for the corners on tables.
Yeah.
My
I
parents.
just
I
want
ran
this-
into every table in my house. I
But
bust my lip
there's so
on
many
every table in my
inventions
house.
now that weren't back then when we were young growing up. That is very useful.
I want this to be a lesson just to anyone that thinks, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a parent yet, but I would think all this shit is stupid until I just had this experience. And now having that experience, bro, all of this shit is mad necessary, bro.
It is.
Childproof
It
the
definitely
fuck out of your house, bro, because you never know. Like I'm saying, you never know. Your kid just wants to become, Dora the
it's
Explorer and
like,
start grabbing shit and opening
also,
shit.
As a parent, like you don't like me. Like when my kids were small, I'm always if I ever fell asleep, I'm always like every couple of seconds, like looking around. Like did the parent not at any point in that hour you were sitting there get up and just realize like, oh shit, my kid is gone. Like that means you must have been in a good deep sleep, not even concerned about the kid.
And
about
granted,
the
kids is tiring, but if it's both parents, one of y'all got to be the alert one. Yeah,
exactly.
both can't be dead tired.
That's
one of y'all,
crazy.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know.
crazy.
At least fall asleep in front of the door. Do
And
something.
would you
Why the
get
door
any,
not locked?
like,
would you get any updates on him? Like would they tell you any updates or no?
nah. Normally, if I was at work, when you fill out the report, there's a little box that says, "Would you like to know what happens?" But since I was off duty, nah. So I mean, hopefully, whenever I run into maybe one of the cops that was there that day, I'll probably ask. But like that was
ridiculous.
crazy, bro. But like I said, God is a real man, because listen, I would have never went that way for no other
And
reason
what's
in the world.
sad
And
is
niggas be
that
speeding. He could have got hit by. He could
And
have
that's
got
another thing
knocked
too.
by
My
a
God,
car. like-
God bless that I found him. What if you found some creepy nigga on the street, or 'cause like I said,
Exactly.
this was on Southside Mount Vernon, bro. If you know, you know.
And you know what's sad? A person like that, like his parent, probably will still have custody of him, but a person that somebody else probably will lose their kid for something less than that.
Yep.
They probably just gonna get a CPS case. Honestly.
They got to fight that for a
CPS
couple
doesn't
months
really
and
do
that's
much
it.
of anything.
Yeah,
to be
talk about it.
honest.
They fake though,
Like,
low
they
key.
don't. Like some people don't be needing their kids for real, and they be allowing it. Like,
But you know what it is? I think it might be talking towards the bigger problem of New York, because I think they just don't have like a good enough foster system, so that's why they're not quick to take kids away.
yeah, because some of these foster families be
Or worse.
just as abusive.
Yeah, like I feel like if we had an adequate
They need
foster
to
care
do
system,
mental
that they probably would
They
take
need
kids.
to do mental evaluations, background checks, check the person's home inside and out before they allow these kids to stay there.
The other issue is
fostered.
people be lying. They already beating the kids beforehand, so they put on the show for when people check on them.
I
so
get
it look
that,
good.
but people should get mentally evaluated at least. Like check the person's background, make sure they're not bipolar or have any other mental issue.
I ain't gonna lie, people's houses need to get checked in general for
Yes.
mad reasons, for kid reasoning, for
Some
fire
people house be
safety
dirty,
purposes.
too. Some people house be filthy.
Hoarder houses should be illegal.
That is a fact.
Hoarder houses
fact.
should
That is
that
a
be illegal.
fact.
You know how many times
In certain neighborhoods, they give you a ticket for shit like that.
bro,
Yeah,
my
but
man,
ticket don't really.
no, but
man-
it'll be some hefty shit.
bro, my man said he was at work and he had a job somewhere in the South Bronx, and I don't know what's up with the guy, but he had extension cords plugged in all over his apartment. Like it literally looked like this, like extension cord connected all throughout the house. He was like, he called fire and he was like, yo, bro, like give them a ticket or something, bro. And they actually did, because he was like, yo, this is dead ass a fire hazard
do that.
situation, bro.
And
That's
how
crazy.
New York is set up, all the houses next to each other. One catch fire, the whole
That's
block
it.
burned down.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Them hoarder houses, it be blowing minds too, because I be getting calls at work. It'll be somebody that might be a slip and fall, and they be like, oh, we need help. How? Or you got to pick me up. How can I pick you up,
They do all
bro?
of
How
that
do you
stuff.
live like this? There's one guy, he was like, just take me in my house. He was a drunk guy. He was like, bro, just take me in my house. And I low-key would have put him in his house, because it was literally right there. I opened the door. I couldn't even fully open the door.
That's crazy.
Some spy in LES. Couldn't even open the door, bro. Hoarder houses should be illegal, bro. Clean y'all fucking cribs, bro.
Nasty.
Niggas be having these radios from 1980. You don't need that shit, bro. Stop collecting shit, bro. Throw that shit away.
Listen.
Or at least make like they hoard it and it don't even at least be organized nicely. Should just be all over the place in a yard.
Literally, bro.
I think that's a mental health thing. I think everything's a mental health thing. Y'all know me. Everything I think is mental health. Let shit go. Like
That hoarder house shit gotta go, bro.
people just need. I think they need to make mental evaluations a thing in general for everything. When you are in the hospital about to give birth to your baby, they need to mentally evaluate you before you leave that hospital with that baby. They need to mentally evaluate people before they do a lot of things. It'll stop a lot of people from making horrible decisions and doing stupid shit.
Yeah, and then on top of that too, that day was so eventful for me because all right, and that's part 2, right? So now I go to work. I literally get out of Montefiore on Wakefield. If anybody know what that is on 233, you feel me? I literally walk out. I told my man, so I'm about to go buy something to drink. Tell me why I walk out, bro. All I see is NYPD come speeding down the hill. They stow the car in horizontally, and I see a D-Tech car come flying behind the Toyota Camry. Toyota Camry comes flying up the hill. He speeds around trying to go up the hill. He smacks NYPD. He spins the car around and goes straight into a pole. These hop outs are running down on him. They're all 17 and younger. 4 kids that stole a car.
I've been seeing a lot of these underage kids just wilding in the cars lately too.
I called it the other day. I said, yo, bro, at 17, I was playing Black Ops. I was never in my brain. It never crossed my brain to go say, I'm going to go steal a car at 17, bro.
These newer generation kids are crazy. They have no fear.
I don't understand.
No fear.
Bro, he hit that car bad, bro, because that NYPD, all airbags are put on both sides. I felt like I was in a movie. It literally happened right in front of me. The minute I walked out of the house, all years, boom. 2 niggas hop out, get out on the hill, and the other 2, they grabbed them up. It was a little girl too. She probably, like I said, she could have been no more than like 16 years old, bro.
See, if I was the kids' parents, they go into military school. I don't got time.
Like, I don't even know, what do you say to that? Like, if I'm at the crib and I get a call from NYPD saying it's such and such your son or daughter, I'd be like, yeah,
yes.
they stole a vehicle.
Well, you know what's crazy? I blame the parents. It's the parents. It starts at home. They don't be watching their kids for real.
I think most of the times, especially these kids nowadays, that's the case. But sometimes it'd be bad kids.
But that's also goes back down.
But it's definitely these parents most of the time.
Because I don't think that was a weekend either, though. So I'm like, low key, this is why that whole be home before the street lights come on is a real thing, bro. Because why your kid even outside at that time of night?
I know they're 17 and shit like that.
I think the real story was apparently those kids stole that car from Yonkers, and then obviously they put it through. They was cutting through the Bronx. So that's why.
So now you crossing counties with more charges you about to get added onto your shit.
They're not. They're minors. Their parents is probably gonna try to fight it.
Well, what's the law in New York? Because if they're 17, they might be. It depends.
Yeah, if anybody
they might get it expunged out there for certain years if they like.
Because my little brother dumbass did it too. Him and his friend stole a car. They were all like 13, 14, 15.
13 is crazy.
I got a call. He made them call me, and I'm the worst sister to call because I straight leave him there. Let him keep him. Don't call, keep him. I don't give a fuck.
Stupid games, you do something stupid.
That's it. Keep his stupid ass. He did that shit. Him and his friend stole a car. The car flipped 3 times. They got out. Thank God they came out without any scars or anything. But it's just like. But again, I blame the parents because even after all of that happened, I don't feel like my parents did anything to really even enforce anything for him to not do it again. Like it was like whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, man.
Me, I would have beat the brakes off his ass.
My dad told me, he said, I don't do hospitals on weekends. And I don't got no friends in jail, so don't call me from there.
And also the person that car got wrecked ended up suing like all the parents of all the children. So my mom had to pay something like I guess towards the person's insurance, something like that.
As they should.
Which is exactly.
And that's the other thing when you're a minor and fuck up. Now your parents got to get hit with all that extra shit.
As they fucking should.
Yeah, my captain told me that happened to her in Jersey. Something happened with her daughter, and she was like, "Yeah, they violated me." Talking about I gotta go to court. Why I gotta go to court? She was like, "I ain't do nothing." But she was like, "Son,
and you know what's crazy? What I think needs to happen too for me, like no lie, I feel like ACS needs to start maybe taking these kids out of the home. Like if you have a child that's always getting in trouble between the age of like 11 until before they're 17, take the kids out of the home and put them somewhere. A group home.
But that'd be the problem. Them group homes, they'd be just as bad.
Group homes is just gangs and a different. There's just
or
little
military school. Something that's
group homes be
put
just
their
as
ass
bad.
in the fucking army or something. Do something with their ass. But they don't need to be at home because they're at home fucking up. Their parent don't care.
We need ROTC programs again,
man. They need to put these kids in the damn army or something. Do something with them.
Some of these kids definitely need to go to see major pain.
Like send them away. These kids that's fighting every day, put them in war. Let them go fight up there. Let them go do something they like to do. Let them go up there and do it.
Because some of these kids that have stable homes. Like no parent is perfect, but some of y'all come from stable homes. You're just being stupid to be stupid. So you want to be stupid, go over there and be stupid.
But I mean, like one time me and Jordan was on the phone and I was telling him, I feel like it's always a reason for everything. He feels like it's not. Remember we was having that conversation?
Think so.
I feel like it's always a reason for everything. I don't feel like people just do things. I think it's either a mental health issue or trauma or something. I don't think people just wake up and just decide to do that.
I don't know. I tell all the time, I call it the Michael Myers theory. And I know that's a fictional movie, but I wholeheartedly believe in the consensus of that movie, which is basically that whole movie, they try to figure out why Michael is Michael, basically. Like, how he grew up to be this just, like, cold-blooded killer. And I truly believe, like, he dead was just born like that. I feel like there's people in this world that are just the way they are just because they just the way they are. There's no explaining it. There's no changing it.
I think it's a reason
They just
for
them.
everything.
They just like that.
Because if that's the case, how come, like, for example, when we watch a lot of crime shows, it's always a backstory. Why is the backstory told? It's told so that you can have a better understanding as to why this person, what ticked off in their brain, not giving an excuse for people making poor decisions, but it's just an idea as to why that person made those choices or something's not wired in their brain properly. That's what I feel.
I think when you're saying that because you're doing it based on what you think normal is, which is what we all do.
What do you mean?
We base it on what we think the society norm is. That's why we look at them like they're off.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
because
if somebody's killing someone, that's
the history of humans have always killed people.
well.
it's no revolution
But I
without
do
We've
violence.
been violent. Our human history have always been violent.
Talk
I mean,
about
we
it. I
got
was
free
literally having that
will. We
conversation
got
the
free
other day.
will, but I also feel like people that kill people cold-blooded like that don't have a conscience. Like, they don't have something in their brain telling them, no, you shouldn't do that. Like, somebody that could look somebody in their face and look them in their eyes and still kill them, you clearly have something off in your brain that you could even
But
do
technically,
that.
we're all off. That's why we are apex predators in a sense. Just like how you could kill an ant, you don't think nothing of it. Maybe in that
You don't
person's
think of
brain.
that when you eat your turkey? That the animal was killed before you
I
ate
do,
it?
and sometimes it makes me feel disgusted. I'm not
You
gonna hold
full of
you.
shit.
I swear. No, sometimes you ever eaten chicken and you're just like, ew, like
No.
I don't know,
never
not the
had
way
that
you,
feeling?
not the way you
That
was eating your
happens to
chicken
me.
prior to the pod.
That happens to
Alright?
me.
You just
sometimes.
slapping that
It
jerk
doesn't-
chicken down
It doesn't
before the pod
happen. It
started.
happens sometimes to me though. No, on some real shit. It happens to me sometimes where I really be thinking about like, damn, what if this turkey had a family? Like,
give a fuck about none of
he
that. I be
can't
eating
even
that
go
jerk
back to-
chicken like,
his wife
damn.
probably sent him out to get some corn from the field, and now she there crying because the kids don't got their daddy no more. That's messed up. We should really think about that, like, for real.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, man.
I mean, I eat it still. Don't get me wrong, but I be
Pause,
feeling
that was
bad. Like,
crazy.
damn, like that's sad.
Listen, man. You know what's crazy? I actually put that in a topic list because I was talking to my overtime partner about it, and I put I said chaos is that topic I put chaos is needed stemmed from that because he was like, oh, why do you believe in the concept of like chaos is needed in society? And it stemmed from the conversation of the George Floyd thing. He was like, do you think that George Floyd, the Derek Chauvin conviction would have happened if the whole world didn't basically react the way they did? And I said, absolutely not. Because prior to George Floyd's situation, we had mad situations of obviously black people getting killed and either the cops are getting off or they're getting some light ass sentences. So I'm like, it gets to a point where it's like black people don't want to act rowdy in a sense or ghetto or ratchet, but it like gets to a point where some type of chaos is needed because if you don't like revolt or revolutionize in any type of way, they're literally just gonna keep playing in your face
That's
over
true.
and over and
like,
over.
we all
again.
need to come together and just not pay our rent.
I'm dead. Well,
Let's
you're in
just
New
not
York, so
pay
you
our
can not pay
rent.
your rent and be good with the squatter
But
shit.
let's just
This is me in
not.
New York.
Let's just all decide. Fuck it. What they gonna do? They can't get us all. But guess what? It's too many people that's afraid to do it.
We need to
And
go
that's
back
why
to
we
a
can never
barter
do
system
nothing.
is
Like,
what we
stop
need
being
to do.
afraid. Like, if we stop paying bills, what they gonna do? They can't get all of us.
Send the National Guard.
Like,
Send the National Guard.
we all just gotta come together and make a decision. Like, I remember at one point on Instagram, people were saying like, "Don't buy gas today." I stood by it. I really didn't buy gas that day, but people was dead still getting gas same way. I'm like, yo, this is
Niggas
why we
got
can never
work
do
and bills to
nothing.
pay. The real world don't stop.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, you can't. We trying to make a stance. One day, don't get no gas. You could have got the gas the day before, the day after.
That's the
People just can't make a choice to just stand together and not do something for real.
I mean, I feel you. I definitely feel you.
It's sad.
Yeah, I understand. You can't expect everybody to do it though.
It's just that everyone,
I can't stand the people that's punks though. They be getting me the most tight.
But some of them punks got 3 kids at home.
Them punks be getting me
that
tight.
need formula. And formula $80 a can. So
$80 a can.
This
goes
makes me
crazy.
think about when me and like the twins the other day we was talking about the purge. They was like, I guess they were saying how I'm not gonna speak about politics, but somebody wants to have a purge or whatever. Somebody higher up wants us to have a purge. I said, I'm down with that shit because a few people I'm trying to get at. But they're like, oh, but then you're not going to be safe and something could happen
Patrice,
to you.
you ain't
And
making it back.
What?
if there's a purge and you're not making it back.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
Patrice, you're
I'm
not
going,
making it back.
I have targets I'm going after directly.
You know what the crazy part about The Purge is? I remember when that movie first came out, because I actually watched all The Purges mad late. Like, I binged all of them recently. And when I remember when it first came out, people were like, they liked the concept, but people said it was a bad movie, low-key. I love The Purge. Like, all of them, The Purge 2 is the best one in my opinion. And I think that concept is absolutely, like, amazing. Absolutely amazing,
But
bro.
if it happened in real life, do you think it should, like, if everybody had to make a vote, would you vote for it to happen or would you vote against it? I would vote for it to happen.
I'd vote against it. Only because
you
of,
do?
like, if it's literally like the movie, it was literally created for, like...
The rich people.
Yeah, for lower, middle class and lower class people to dead-ass kill themselves off. So, for that reason, I mean, obviously, do I got people on my hit list that, yes, if a purge were to happen, would I want it? I mean, yes, absolutely. But, I don't know. That shit is too long. 12 hours, you know how long
Nah, I
12
think-
hours
When
is,
you gotta
bro?
wait the 12 hours, that's a long
Nah,
ass.
I think they should at least allow it for like maybe a few hours, just to make it fair, so that
12
people,
hours
know.
is
Y'all niggas
crazy,
good.
bro.
I'm
That's
in
not-
few,
Jamaica.
a
I'm
few.
on a plane out of here.
12
That
is
got me
crazy,
fucked
but
up.
a few maybe.
Oh, funny shit, I would buy a boat and just sit in the middle of the ocean for 12 hours or something.
And deep out too, not nowhere near the coast.
Yeah, bro. Okay.
I don't know. I think it needs to change up the laws a bit. Like when people be doing crazy shit, like for example, I feel like POs, if y'all can, I'm not gonna say the word, POs, people that do weird shit with minors, them motherfuckers need to be put outside and just let people have their way with them.
They should let the family beat them one at a time.
Yes, just have their way with them. Forgive me an hour. Put us all in, put them in the motherfucker in the middle of a room. Give us an hour, just go crazy.
I gotta put y'all on too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna get a full story. Long story short, if you found out someone you knew is on that type of time, what would you do? Because
before or after I beat the brakes off them.
Say they didn't actually do it, but like you found like history of it in their phone and stuff, that's the type of stuff that they like.
I'm reporting
Would you
them.
get them help or would you like call the police?
I'm
I
reporting
think it
them.
depends on who that person is to me.
Because that's what I asked, said person that told me
So
that
like
they
they didn't
discovered
actually do
this
something
recently.
with like
They didn't commit the act yet. They just
But
they watched that kind of content on their phone and stuff.
I'm calling the police.
If this is your friend,
I don't play about shit like that. I don't give a fuck if it's a sibling. I don't play about shit like that. I'm reporting you.
So do you look at those people
Point
like they have a
blank, period.
sickness, or do you just feel like they need it? Like
It's definitely a sickness. They need to get help for real. They
So
do.
that's why I
you said
asked.
put them outside, but I don't. But
No,
you just
meaning
said
like I look at for example, I look at it this way. The way I would handle people like that, if I could have a choice on how to handle them, I feel like we should have their way with them for at least an hour, and then after they need to they need to get help. They need to get their ass fucked up a little bit, but they need to get help too. Like they need to go get evaluated, put into place, and figure out what the hell is going on in your brain.
See, the thing is though, I don't think
I don't
all
think
of
jail
them,
is the proper. I don't think jail
Predators
is the
is the word
proper
we should
way.
use right now,
I don't
since we
believe
don't-
jail is the
Yeah.
proper way.
and people don't know what we talking
because
about.
jail. I feel like jail is only temporary. You're putting them in jail, but when they get out, what are they gonna learn from that? How are they gonna learn? How are they gonna do better? They're just putting them in a space for a little bit.
well, jail doesn't rehabilitate anybody.
Exactly. They need to be rehabilitated
jail-
for real,
I mean,
for real. Like
American jail does.
Like
There
deal
we
with
go.
them like you would with a person on rehab. Like it's clearly an issue they're having, an addiction they're having to that particular thing. They need help. Get them the help.
I don't think some of I think some of these niggas are just nasty. And
Okay,
they know that it's easy
I
to
think
get this.
I think
and
it's deeper than that. Like I feel like it's everything. It's everything
I think
for
you just think it's
everything.
always something
like
deeper.
for example, R. Kelly.
I was just about to say R. Kelly.
He was messed with as a kid. Like not justifying what he did, but it's always like levels to why.
But that's
a
what I'm
person
saying.
does
So if
what
you
they
knew R.
do.
Kelly in real life, how would you handle that? Because everyone, obviously in the black community, especially, they'd be like, "Yo, pack up R. Kelly. He did some wild shit."
Let's rewind.
But
Let's take it real
if
back.
R. Kelly, if let me get this bar off. If because we've been hearing about this probably for like 20 years of our life that R. Kelly probably been doing wild shit behind the scenes. So if you found out 20 years ago that R. Kelly was doing this wild stuff, would we have? If he came to us and said, "Yo, I think I need help," would you guys help him, or you just be like, "Nah, you need to go to jail"? Like that's all I just want to know.
I want to correct you first. I want to correct you first when you said that black people would be the one doing stuff. Black people are, in my opinion, are always the one that sweep all this stuff under the rug. R. Kelly was getting away with that joint for a minute. Everybody knew and did not give a damn.
bro, they're passing out the tapes in barbershops.
It wasn't until it became public and the newer generation actually looked at it as, I feel like our generation, we're the ones that's putting the spotlight on people that are doing these crazy things. People before us, they was in the shit and letting the shit slide and not giving a rat's ass about it.
fact.
Today, I feel like if any of us met people or knew people that were doing these things, we would deal with them accordingly. But the older generation, please. There's a bunch of uncles and aunties and a bunch of people that's still within the family that everybody's hush hush about in the black community,
Yeah,
especially.
that's my only question to people. Like I said, even if y'all see this, drop in the comments, let us know. If you discover that somebody is a predator and they haven't acted on it yet, do you send them to a hospital to get help, or do you just think they immediately need to be arrested? And that was another thing I brought up to that person too.
I feel like they should be. You should handle. Like I said, I feel like those people need to be dealt with as far as get help. That is naturally what they properly need. Jail is temporary because when they get out of jail, what they're gonna do? Have to register. After they register, they still be doing it.
Yeah, there's some stories where they'll be like,
you're still putting kids at risk.
You have the people that probably SA'd a girl and then they do 20 years in jail and come back and literally do it the next day.
Like day out of jail.
But it's a sickness that they have an issue. They need to get help for that issue. Maybe I feel like they should cut the part off.
That should be punishment for.
And another thing,
I think for grape, that should be the
What also makes me really sad is that a lot of men deal with it and don't address it. It's kind of like people look at it as, I lost my V card at 12 to a 16-year-old and everybody's bragging on it. Like, that's crazy and that's sad. A lot of men deal with it and don't say nothing about it. That is a problem.
Yeah.
Women are just as bad. And if I meet a woman in my friend circle that ever did any of those things, we squaring up. And I'm getting your ass help. You going to get yourself some help. We're going to report it or I'm going to report it. We're going to pick one.
If she only did it once, you're going to tell her she
Once
needs help?
my fucking ass. I don't play that shit. That's one thing I do not play with. No.
Yeah,
Nope.
deal with people your own age, man. Stop
Nope.
talking to underage people, man. That shit is weird. You don't deal with the predators out here, man. Some Chris Hansen.
It's like, what do you get
If
out
you
of
could
that?
rent a car and she or he can't, you shouldn't be talking to that person.
If you can't even go in a bar with your partner and you of age to go in a bar, you shouldn't even be with them.
That is true. These are all strong points, guys.
My little brother's 6 years younger than me. I
All
can't talk to
strong points.
no
People
woman that
weird.
is around that age.
People weird. Like, I don't get when a person, like, I never forget. I had this guy that was like, I was friends with a girl, and her older brother, when I became of age, was trying to run down on me. And I'm looking at him like, you're mad weird. You see
one
me
of them
grow
niggas
up.
who be
You're
like, she gonna look
nasty
cute
as
when
fuck.
she get
Like,
older.
get away from me. Like, you're mad nasty. That's
One of them nasty
disgusting.
niggas.
Listen, man, bring back shame.
That's
And
it. It's
also-
shame left.
Bring
Didn't we
back
have this talk
shame.
like 2
Also,
pods ago?
listen,
Back shame.
PSA, parents, watch your kids in high school. Watch your sons and watch your daughters. A lot of people be coming to the school to be predators and prey on y'all kids. Pay attention to that. In high school, I remember there was a lot of grown men pulling up to the school on these young teenagers.
We from Mount Vernon. We had 5th-year seniors getting freshmen pregnant. You was 22 as a senior getting a
that's
freshman
problem.
pregnant.
Like, that is a problem.
That was another problem in school too. I remember in high school there was like you had like 3 times, like you up until like 20 something before you get like legally kicked out or something. Like no,
we
bro.
had like 21-year-olds in the high.
yeah,
I'm like,
no,
yo,
bro.
go.
If you dead ass fail like twice, low key. No, I don't even know what to say. But you should not be 20 years old in high school. I'm sorry.
And who are your parents letting you come back to the crib?
I think once you hit 18, you should be pushed out. I don't think you should be in the school.
Yeah, like I feel
Because
like you
it
get
causes
one.
those issues to happen. Like
You
what we
get
talking
one
about.
as a senior.
One
You should
left
get
back
one.
year.
Yeah, you get one left back as a senior. After that, get your GED. Get up out of here. Sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro, you got to go to like I said, another establishment that has people your age to
Exactly.
complete this
Go to
course.
night school with the other adults. Don't be
Yeah,
up
bro,
here
get
with
that
these kids.
GED, bro. But you should have.
We used to be at the high. Niggas used to come to school to walk around. I'm like, who are y'all parents? Because they call school when you miss period at the high.
And you know what's crazy? I even
Just come home,
remember.
I
I
can
even
delete that
remember when
message.
I was younger. I never forget. I was like,
I ain't had no house phone.
I was
Straight to my
like,
dad's cell phone.
I was like 13, and like a 16-year-old was trying to run down on me. And I remember them saying, like, it was like a group of boys saying, like, 12 and over, bend them over. 12 and over, bend them over is crazy.
Old enough to pee, good enough for me. Nah,
That's
crazy.
crazy to say. Like, what?
That's crazy. Niggas used to wild out.
People
I've
are
definitely
sick.
heard 12 and over. I've definitely heard that before. But I was like 13 when I heard it.
That's sick.
Yeah, no,
My kids will not be participating. I tell my kids already now, don't play certain games. Booty tag, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing no hide and seeks. We ain't doing no house. We ain't doing none of that. Because those little games is the games that lead up to kids doing stuff with kids. And I don't play that with my kids. No, I said to my kids, if y'all gonna play house, be an inanimate object. Be a tree, be a gate, and even be a
She
dog.
dragging it out.
But we're not doing the whole mom, dad, sister, brother, uncle, no, we're not doing that. No.
Be a gate is crazy.
Be a gate.
Be a gate.
Be an inanimate object, bro.
Nope. I don't play them
Went to the
games.
biggest item too. You just called your kids big.
Listen, I don't give a damn. Be the biggest gate. Stand up there like this. But you're not about to play house with nobody.
I know. I don't know. All I know is that the other day somebody told me about that. I was like, yeah, that's wild, bro. But I also want to say this: if you feel like somebody's a creep, 9 times out of 10,
They're a creep, bro.
Like because for that individual, you can see it. Like that's why I won.
Wait, so you know of the person or somebody?
Once I seen the person, and when I met the person, I said, "Yo, I ain't gonna lie, this doesn't surprise me at all. Like I wish I could show y'all."
So what
a
did the
picture.
person do? Did they end up reporting them?
They tried, and that's the thing too. You know, because I
need
remember
hard
telling
evidence, too.
I remember telling my friend, I'm like, "How do you even go about it?" Because technically speaking, first off, all of that is federal stuff. That's not like state police. So if you call 911, what is like
You gotta go
NYPD
to
or
the
yeah, like
precinct?
And depending on what precinct you
I
call, they
literally
don't give a
even
fuck.
know. I don't even. So I remember when I was talking to such person, they was like, I'm gonna go tell his job. Like, what does that even do? I feel like you call the boss, they're gonna think it's like a prank call.
You know how I would handle it? I would make a fake page. I'll act like a child. And I will get the person to act like they're gonna meet up with that particular child, and I'll record it. That's what I would do.
Yeah. I mean,
I'd be like, oh, you thought you was gonna meet up with 13-year-old Tommy, huh?
13-year-old
Somebody at my
Tommy.
old job got caught like that. He was
I'm Chris
he was
Hansen,
online
and-
talking to a 13-year-old, and the 13-year-old, I guess, parent found out and ended up reporting him that way. They had the evidence, which was him corresponding with the child, and that's how he got caught up.
Yeah, because that's why I said that bar earlier though, because I think. I mean, I do believe that if you're looking into it, you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna try to act on it in real life.
You're gonna want it.
But I think that person in particular didn't get to that point yet. So that's what I was saying. I'm like, if you were to like find out in this, I guess, phase of his nastiness Do you try to just get the man help, or to like how does that work, or you just immediately go to like?
My thing is, they be listening to us on everything we say on these stupid behind smartphones. But you mean to tell me you don't see when somebody being a creep on a smartphone?
Oh no, they do. They building the case.
They don't give a damn either.
Well,
because
again, he said that's federal. Feds don't come into the cases.
The person could be on here going crazy off of something, but I could say something about bananas and they showing me bananas.
Dolphin noise. Can't say that word, lady.
What'd I say? Bananas?
I said the R word.
Oh, my bad.
Dolphin noise.
Just saying, like, they pick and choose what they care about in them phones, and that's another thing that pissed me off too. Like,
cause they tracking everything on these.
Track everything, but why are you not tracking that?
I think that's
what you're supposed to track.
based on those movies, they only track things of like school shooters and like national security. Like, if they think you're about to like go bomb some shit or like.
You don't think we all got our own FBI agent, Jordan?
Man, some like, but other than that, yeah, I don't know. Truth be told, like the minimal law enforcement I have spoke to, they operate weird. Like you got to be like a head honcho for them to care about.
And believe it or not, most of they nasty asses be doing it too. That's why. Sometimes the problem is up there too.
You don't see all these billionaires stepping down since Diddy got arrested?
Like, come on.
The diddler.
It's a lot of weirdos out here. Like, ugh. It's disgusting, man.
I don't know. I think, you know what makes it weird though? And this is why I cannot wait to see myself when I become a parent, because I do want to see if I'm going to actually change, right? Because I'm heavy on a lot of my parent friends. They be like, oh, I don't let anyone around my child. And I'll be like, you too overprotective. But then after I heard about this recent situation, I'm like, you know what? I don't even knock anybody no more, because it be people like that individual that was saying words like, I'm a great babysitter. Like, you should let me babysit. Like, what? And then you find out that's the type of time that person was on.
I'm super protective of my kids, but it's unfortunate that sometimes a lot of the cases with things like that is always close to home. It's never who you expect. It's always a person that's cousin, right beside you.
A father, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's something like that. That's the fucked up thing about it. Like, you just got to know your fucking family history type shit.
I ain't bringing nobody around my picnic them, because y'all are nasty. Y'all are dead nasty, bro.
That's a fact. You'll be picking up your baby, kissing your baby, and it's like, first of all, heifer, I know you was giving head last night. Why you kissing my baby?
It's sad.
What Sir said?
You can't. It's like
30
you can't
on the
trust
9. Chris Hansen wouldn't like us.
Or like, another thing that for me is alarming. Like when men say, "I've never changed my daughter's diaper." That's alarming for me, because why are you even going that far to even think that you can't change? Why are you worried about changing your daughter's diaper unless you're a creep? Why are you thinking like
that's
that?
Wild. That's super wild. That's your kid.
Like who's thinking
if it's
that
just
far?
you, baby, so
I
you
never
are not
showered my daughter.
Like, soil diaper all day till the mother get home.
So you don't bathe the kid either when she's a child.
Women are predators too. Why do you trust the moms over the dads? Women be just as bad as them fathers. It's not only just because you have a pecker. Women be on some weird shit too.
Women just don't get reported.
Exactly.
Men are taught to not report. So.
It's the same.
Listen, man, double standards is a real thing, you know?
It's a fact.
They don't believe men when it comes to getting SA'd. They don't believe men when it comes to domestic violence. They don't believe men for anything.
I remember I was talking to a guy I knew, and he was talking about, like, he said it so casually. And I was like, you're a victim. And he's like, man, come on, I'm a nigga. No, that's sad. Like, you really, like, you don't even acknowledge what you've been through. That's sad as hell.
I mean, yeah.
The world don't stop for men pain. That's why.
Literally.
It doesn't. We don't have a Me Too movement.
I wish I could.
We don't have a Me Too.
Anyhow, I find like me, and it's sad because a lot of the times I've noticed too, like a lot of like unfortunately in my life, I've met more women that have been messed with than not. And it just makes me, and it's sad because a lot of the times those women are still within the circle of the people that are okay with that person still. So it's like, it could be like a family member and they're kind of like still at the reunion, like, I'll flip a fucking whole table at the reunion type
goes
shit.
Goes back down to what I be saying.
Get out of here.
Since episode 1, bro. Who you surround yourself with matters, bro.
Like, I'm more mad than them.
Especially if you know that person. If you know that person did that to that individual and you still hang around that person, you're weird, bro. Out of here, bro. I don't care. Like I said, you ain't got to do it to me. If I see you do something sleazy to somebody else, you gonna do it to me eventually or one day, and I'm not even gonna give you the opportunity to do such a thing.
Move from you.
And the way I feel too, like if you're associated with that person, knowing what they did, you just as bad. Like you said, like I don't fuck with you either. Like you're mad weird. Like get away from me.
So man, be protective of your kids. All right, watch out for these weirdo niggas. If you see like somebody's weird, bro, 9 times out of 10 they probably weird, bro.
But I have another question too. Like if you guys be like, if y'all become parents, and let's say y'all have a boy and a girl.
Parent now.
Shut up. Let's say you have a boy and a girl, and you find out at some point in your life that your boy did something to your girl or your girl did something to your boy. How would you handle that as a parent? Like, would you Like, do you think you'll cut off
I heard.
one of the children or no?
I have no clue.
That's
Honestly, I
what
couldn't
age
answer
did
that.
I find out that this happened?
can't-
though? What is the age of the children?
Like, let's say
Not when it happened. When I found out it happened. What are the
Like,
ages
let's say
of
you
children?
found out, like your daughter told you when she was of age, like maybe like 17, 18. She told you that it happened when she was like 12, between like 4 and 12. Who knows? I don't know. Random numbers.
Well, me and the mom have to have a conversation first about how we're going to, because if I just go in there for whoever the child is, then they had knocked off before we even have a conversation.
But would you still continue a relationship with that child after it's said and done?
If it happened when they were both kids, then I feel like it has to be a
But if
conversation.
one was older and the other was younger?
What is older though? Like if it was a 16 and like a
Yeah,
if
16
my
to
child
8-year-old.
I really.
You
I
know,
don't know.
better at that point. We kind of have to fight. That's
I wouldn't even know what to say because what do you even do?
I'm talking right
you
now.
Bring it to the,
I'm talking right now, but I'm not in a situation.
Do you
so I
bring
don't
it to the authorities then? Like, how do you?
I'm not gonna hold you. I pray that never happens with my children because whoever does something
You
to
gonna
the
knock off
other,
the good one's head. You gonna knock off one of your daughter's heads.
I wouldn't communicate with the child. I'm so sorry. You need to go. You need to get out of here. Like I would then look at that child like you're a demon. I don't want a demon around me or in my
What if it was like
life.
12
I know
and
it sounds
10 though?
harsh. I mean, children do experiment. You know, that's naturally what happens. That's why they always say boys and girls are supposed to sleep in separate rooms because children kind of naturally start to experiment things in that nature. Fine. But my thing is, when you are of an age to know better, first off, I mean, to start, I watch my kids like hawks. I'm always watching my kids. And the reason I always watch them is because I always fear something happening when I'm not watching. So that's just one. But if, God forbid, my children, let's say I have more kids and one's like 16, the other's like 2 or like 4, and I find that shit out, that child better just go ahead and pack their bags and leave. Because once I'm done with them, they're going to wish they was dead because I'm going to torture them. And I'm going to send them someplace, and you're not going to be in my life no more.
I mean,
because you're a demon.
Well, listen, if I agree, they're gonna keep saying I hate kids or I hate the kids that I don't have. Like,
I think what annoys me too is that sometimes, like, I get it's complicated because it's still your kid, but if your kid is old enough to know better and they do something to the younger sibling and you still rock with that kid,
But-
you just as fucking bad. I don't care if that's your kid.
You the same one that said it was a history. What if something happened to the older kid when they were younger?
Exactly. Then I would have to take accountability because what was I doing wrong?
But you said
that I
you're
didn't
gonna
watch
kill
my
the kid. You gotta have the conversation. You can't beat them and then find out after the fact.
But my thing, I watch my kids like hawks. But if God forbid, right, I would then have to evaluate myself. Like, yo, was I not watching my kid? Like, that this happened?
It's impossible to always watch a kid.
But okay, let's say God forbid nothing did happen to my older kid and they did that.
Then yeah, that's different.
Then yeah, but if something did happen to my older kid, I'm taking it further. We're gonna go up the levels to figure out. I'm gonna keep digging. We're gonna figure out where the fuck this stemmed from, and whoever it stemmed from, we're gonna kill that one first, and then we're gonna go down and get the rest of them.
that's why you gotta keep your kids from watching that X-rated content. You know, they be having those stupid thumbnails. Sister and brother do. All right,
Not at all.
That's why I
Keep
don't
all
let my
that
kids
shit
play
away.
certain. Like I said, I don't let them play certain
Well, the
games.
issue is y'all got all these damn iPad babies. Stop giving these damn kids tablets from 3
Yeah.
years old. Go touch some fucking
I've now
grass.
started something
Nah,
where
no
my kids
funny.
only get their iPads on the weekends, and they got it restricted. They don't get to watch certain things.
It was
Age
crazy too
restricted.
because in the beginning of the pod, I was talking about that kid. We gave that little 3-year-old boy the phone. He knew how to use everything on that phone.
They
Off the
can't
rip.
talk.
Can't talk.
So you know his parents he probably got an iPad at home, or he just because parents nowadays just give you the phone or the iPad to shut you
And
up.
parents of the children that are nonverbal, try to do a metal detox on your kids. Sometimes it's that metal detox. Maybe change your child's diet. I don't know if it'll help them talk, but it could, I guess, help maybe. Or get them an iPad with little things on it that they could click it and they could talk for them. Why people don't think like that?
Put your children in speech therapy is sooner rather than later.
Yeah, speech therapy, but I mean, like, get an iPad, put all the things they like. If you know your child likes apple juice, put apple juice, make them click apple juice. That's how they could communicate.
I think they said the most important years.
Just because they can't talk don't mean they can't.
The most
think,
important
like-
years is supposed to be from like 2 to 4. That's when you really, if you got your child on the spectrum, that is that time to catch it, to like reverse that shit.
People don't be paying attention, and people be in denial too.
Yep.
They child be having issues, and they be
don't
so
want-
in denial.
No, he'll pick up later. No, little Tommy dumb. Go ahead and some help.
Yeah.
Listen,
I ain't gonna lie.
IEP is necessary.
After like a year and some change, your child should be able to say a couple words. Like, so they're not talking and they're still just making like sound effects
Mm-hmm.
and noise. Like, go get your child evaluated, bro. I said the sooner.
And some
the sooner
people
the
just be
better.
neglectful while their children aren't on certain levels.
That too.
Like him and I knew somebody that she was just neglectful. Because when the child came around us, she was doing all the things the mom said she couldn't do. And I was like, it's you. You're the problem. Your kid could do all these things you said they couldn't do. It's you.
Again, kids ain't stupid. They know how to act around certain people and what
Exactly.
So happens you to shake
behaviors
your ass
get
in
them
Epic.
shit.
You know? Instead of taking care of your
Priorities. I be watching my kids with everything they do. I be ready to evaluate their ass. Like, what's wrong? You got something wrong? So don't play that shit.
So kids are dead ass sponges, bro. As long as you just sit there and put in the time to teach them whatever you need to teach them, they're gonna soak it in. But that's a problem. A lot of parents don't do that because they want to be young still. Mm-hmm. Cut that shit out,
even if
bro.
you're not sitting there, they still watching even when you don't think they watching.
Exactly.
Yeah, my kids are mad smart. Mad smart. They be shocking me the things they know. I be like, oh, okay. Had me fooled.
You know how your daughter be 4 years old and she knows several niggas as daddy. That's crazy.
And if people be on the phones having conversations next to their kids that they should not be having, knowing your kids
I'm
picking
guilty
up
of
on
that.
them
I'm not gonna hold you. I had to learn that I got to be careful what I say around them. My kids are mad enough, and they'll be all saying like they all
Your
be.
daughter should not be saying big back. Like
They all get to no that's TikTok and stupid stuff like that. But like they all be sitting down talking. The kids are mixy.
Oh, that's a fact.
They be sitting around each other
kids,
talking
yes.
mad shit about the parents. Like, yo, let me tell you how my mama ain't pay her rent in 3 days.
It's like, why your kid know that?
Like, why is your kid telling all your business? Like,
Granted,
oh
I
my
knew that growing up
God.
too, but
Like,
that's,
these kids are mad enough.
Listen, man. Fuck them kids, all right? Fuck them kids, man. Fuck them fucking kids, bro. But yeah.
Oh, side note, because, he's not going to say it on the pod. If you book to come on this pod, get your ass on this pod on time. Carry on.
Stamping it, man. I need security deposits now because niggas be
we're
always
definitely
late.
upping it.
I need security deposits, and
Especially if you ask to be here.
And if you ask, bro, listen, I'm a businessman. You feel me? I'm on my Vince McMahon shit. I watched that on Netflix.
I will ban you.
I'm on my Vince McMahon
I don't
shit.
care.
If you like to be unbanned, I need 400. Gangsta,
Unban my ass.
I need 400.
400 and I still kick you on your face.
You gonna come on the pod that bad? Yeah, run that bread, bro.
That's an hour in the studio, guys. We need that.
Yup, I need that. And
my thing is, you and I, people don't understand that we still work. We still have jobs. Like, we come from our jobs to come here. You're wasting our time. I gotta get a baby. I gotta get my kids get babysat while I'm here. My kids got school and stuff. And y'all playing around with our time? Shit.
Okay.
I
just don't understand that shit, bro. Like I didn't ask you to be on this pod. Some people I reach out to and be like, yo, I think you'd be great. But other people be like, y'all want to be on this pod, so I don't be playing with y'all niggas, bro. Niggas be dead ass, get on my fucking nerves. That shit.
And our pod is not surrounded around guests. It's great to have guests and it's entertaining, but we can have pods without guests.
Literally, bro.
We just like to do it because it's fun.
Check
like
the stats,
new
nigga.
experience, new conversations, like perspectives from different people. But come on, like
So I'm saying highest clips, highest view vids.
Google me, nigga.
It's us, nigga. Exactly.
What you talking about?
Don't be y'all, nigga. The fuck. Niggas be thinking they got a little K next to their name on the gram and they worth having. Like, bro, it's cool, but
some people be buying them shits. They likes and they damn ratio of the likes and the damn followers don't match up.
And you had the gram for 15
They be
years.
like
You've been had 1,000
10 likes on a
followers.
picture and they got 500K on the fucking Instagram. Like, get out of here.
Okay.
800 is from a fucking
So
Instagram
proud of-
party. From you had an Instagram party at college and got mad Instagram. That's
Proud
where
of this
800 of them came
podcast,
from.
man. We done did, like I said, I mean, they're gonna hear this probably a minute later, but like I said, we did a fucking 13K followers in a week. We damn near we pretty much at 3 million impressions on Instagram. Bro, we are wilding, bro. This pod is going to the fucking moon, bro. The fucking moon. You know why? Because you're unfiltered and we really talk our shit.
Are we even at 6 months yet?
Yeah.
We just
we're
hit
in
6
month
months
7. We're in month 7.
Still a baby.
All right. We're in month 7, bro. Ponch, how much time you got?
15.
Well, yeah, we're in month 7, bro. No cap. In this fucking pod, like I said, bro. Everybody's talking about, yeah, we be seeing the clips and, oh, yeah, your shit is fire. I'm like, well, keep watching from a distance, nigga.
And then another thing that be annoying me with that too is people be like, "Oh, I watch your podcast," and but are you following my podcast? Get out my face.
The subscribe button is right under the play
Like,
button.
stop
It's
telling me
right
about
there.
what you seen. Like, the fuck? Like, how about you like it? The hell? How about
Or
you
just tell me you
follow
only
it?
watch
Like-
clips. Don't lie to me. Just say you only watch the clips. You don't gotta lie.
What I'm worried for, no lie, when it comes onto the pod is I don't want to be like, I always wanted to be rich, but I don't want to be famous. And I know that's stupid to say because we have
Show
this
your
platform.
face on the camera.
But I don't want to be like recognized. I want to be normal.
I recognize so many times. I was actually at work the other day. I was on a call and some cop pulled up next to me. She was like, you got a podcast? Like, yeah. I'm like, why you whispered in my ear like that?
I don't like it.
And you have a job where you'll see more
I don't
people
like it
too.
because
Hey.
I'm so private that I don't. That's why I'm kind of like, ooh.
You got a job. You're not gonna probably see enough, but he got a job, but he'll see enough people.
Yeah, like I won't
was
have to see
starting
nobody.
work the other day. I got out of my car. Some girl looked back at me and looked again. She was like, you got that podcast, right? I'm like, facts. It's happened mad times, bro. Mad times.
Somebody gonna run up on him. He gonna be
I
thinking
don't
some
want
other
to.
shit.
Don't run up on me.
Lady in the city, man.
Don't run up on me. Wave at a distance, if anything. I don't like physical touch. I'm weird with that. Like, when people
You don't
touching
walk
me.
nowhere anyways. You'll be all right.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that I don't want nobody to come to me. Can I get a... I'm scared of bed bug. People be having bed bugs. I'm sorry. Motherfuckers be having bed bugs. It could jump from your clothes to mine. And now I got a bed bug infestation I got to deal with. I don't want
Over here looking at the topic list, I be putting some dumb shit in here. I ain't gonna lie. Because I forgot when I was talking to my mates about this the other day. I was like, I have it right here. I was like, why school serve chocolate milk with every meal? You know when I was in middle school,
You know
they
it was a
told
scam,
me,
right? That whole got milk shit and everything, just to get niggas to make money.
What?
When I was in middle school, they told me you got to bring a doctor's note to get juice.
I'm weak.
What middle school
Serving
you went
niggas.
to,
Had I known that, my fat ass would have did that long time.
Actually, no, we only got juice. That's crazy. We don't even get juice for breakfast.
Yeah, they would only give juice for breakfast, and you wanted juice for lunch, you'd have to bring in a doctor's note.
You know what I want to talk about?
Why are you serving milk with pizza is
You saying
crazy.
the word doctor just reminded me of something that I want to talk about that was kind of getting me tight. Doctors do not listen to people when they have issues going on with themselves.
Yeah.
Don't make no hard breath. Don't make no hard breath. They need to put more people that could advocate for other people in the hospitals. They need to create that. Because I hate when something's wrong with me and that doctor tell me ain't nothing wrong. Something is wrong, I know it. I feel it. Don't tell me
You
ain't
went to the
nothing wrong.
professional advice, and they gave you the advice, and then you mad at the
Doctors
answer.
don't listen to people, especially black women.
So why go there in the first
Do you know how
place?
many black women die because doctors don't
I'm
listen
not
to
arguing
them?
that. You're bringing up a whole nother argument.
That's where my argument comes from. The fact that it could be something. My thing is, if I can come to you about something right when it happens, and I tell you it's something uncomfortable that's going on in my life, and you tell me I'm tripping, and then we gonna wait till it's all the way 5.
But has something happened to you since you went to the doctor?
We came so far. I thought we wasn't gonna argue this episode, but I'm gonna have to get on your ass. Because it's the same thing I be telling you all the time. It's not that anyone's trying to dismiss how you feel or what you probably going to internally, but the problem is, or a lot of misconstrued, concepts of medicine, a lot of things low-key don't get picked up until your body truly presents itself. And to say that, and it sucks to say, low-key, until it shit really hits the fan, doctors are not gonna see it. Unfortunately, you can do all the blood tests, all the CAT scans, all the X-rays you want, until your body really starts plummeting.
But my thing is, what annoys me with that
it.
though is a person won't get those things you just said named, which was CAT scans, blood work, unless they really be on a doctor's ass. Like, yo, I want this done. If you don't say to the doctor, I want this done, the doctor will not do it. And that's what pisses me off. Why do I have to make it a huge scene and do the most for you to actually give me the things that I know I may need?
But it all depends what.
But how do you know you need that though?
If you go to the hospital and say
you didn't do the 12 years of
if
medical
you
school, how do
if
you
you
know
go to the
need
hospital
it?
and say my arm hurts, there's no reason for him to give you a CAT scan.
But if I got insurance, give me the motherfucking CAT scan.
That's not how that works.
And you taking up a room for potentially somebody that
actually needs it.
Yeah, you're
to make sure that a person is worst case scenario, it's nothing there. But at least that puts the person's mind at ease and makes them feel confident knowing that there's nothing there. Versus you sending the person home and they're at home still feeling this pain.
But that's
and their
the
anxiety
person's
through the
fault
roof.
and their mental.
That is crazy.
But that's the person's fault and their mental for keep thinking that.
But they need to put people in the doctor's office that can help those people with that anxiety if that's the case.
But Patrice, you sound like you went to the hospital looking for a specific
answer
answer and you didn't get that answer, so now you're tight. That's what you sound like.
No, that's not what happens. I've just had too many experiences and I've seen people have the same experience, black women in particular, that they will feel something and they will say to the doctor, this is what I feel. And the doctor will be like, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. And it's not until the person is literally making a huge scene that the doctor is like, all right. Let's do the test. And then after be like, oh yeah, according to your chart, it says da-da-da-da-da. If I didn't do all that blacking, you would have never seen it and it would have been too late, like you said, until we see it physically.
Well, you think that's the case, majority than not?
I don't know what it could be. I don't know any of the numbers. I'm just talking off of my experiences and the people I know experiences. And it's unfortunate that a lot of black women have the same story. That it's not until they make a huge scene that they're actually listened to and doctors actually give a fuck.
Listen, I don't disagree with you. My only problem is, as a healthcare professional, if I did everything I'm supposed to do, I took all proper interventions and nothing presented itself, what would you like me to do? My favorite thing to say at work is help me help you. Right? So if I did my job, right? Say you wanted me to do all 3 of these things. I did the CAT scan, X-rays, and whatever blood work needed to be done. And everything came back that you're good. But you keep telling me, well, doc, I feel like something's wrong with me. What would you like me to do at that point then?
But that's not, I understand that. If you've done all the work that you could do to check, there's nothing you could do, and I get that. But what I'm saying is, why is it that it's not until a person makes a huge scene that is the steps that's taken? If the person doesn't advocate for themselves and say, this is what I need to be done to feel at ease and know that there's nothing wrong inside of my body, doctors will not do it. They will send you home. That is a problem.
My question is, how do you know what you need more than the doctor?
Okay, I'm gonna use somebody I know, for example. Their child recently got
Didn't
sick.
even answer the question.
I'm not gonna answer that.
I know.
Because you're getting on my nerves.
You
Because
don't
you
use
the
logic,
main
I
one that
know.
be telling me that I be tripping and I don't be tripping. For example,
Patrice, what was your results? Not your actual results, but anything come back from the last thing you just did?
I gotta go back for something else. Anyways.
The answer is no, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
Continue.
it's not no. The answer is not
Carry
no.
on.
They have to
Ladies
do
and
another
gentlemen.
test. The answer is not no. They have
Words
to do
from
another
JD.
test because they're trying to
Carry
figure
on.
out what's wrong.
I guess.
Anyways, a friend of mine's child
box.
ended up sick. Right? The child has had asthma for years. The child has asthma for years. They always telling her, oh, just give him a pump, da-da-da. Child's always coughing, the child's always wheezing. I have witnessed it. And I'll tell her, like, yo, you need to take him to the doctor because something's wrong. I know something's wrong. And she's like, oh, but they told her. Like, she just listening to the doctors, of course. But I'm a hypochondriac on top of that. So I always think it's something worse than what it could be.
Right there, ladies and gentlemen.
But listen, he ends up sick, wheezing, asthma attack, coughs up blood. Then they say, oh, he has like a chronic liver, something with his liver. My thing is, has she been crazy like me and advocated for her pitney and was in their ass like, yo, do more tests, they probably would have caught it sooner than it got to the stage of him coughing up blood.
That's not necessarily true, though, because the liver might not have been that bad when he first had it, so they wouldn't have saw nothing.
But it could have been, and they could have caught it
You're
faster.
living in coulda, shoulda, woulda. If was a fifth,
But
we'd all be
even
drunk.
but even with that situation happening, they sent the child home. Me, I would have never let them send my child home.
Well, you just said you're a
not sending my
hypochondriac, so
child
you
home.
probably are the worst patient a
You're
doctor
not
wants
sending my
to see.
child home. If
The
my child
worst
is
patient,
sick,
yeah.
you're not
You're the
sending my child
last.
home.
You're the last patient a doctor
I don't
wants
give
to
a damn,
see.
but guess what? I'm
You
gonna make
putting
sure
a
my kid
50
is
on you, I
okay
ain't gonna lie.
because I'm making sure my kid. Like for example, when I took my own
Kobe
child,
last game.
for example, when my child, I knew something was wrong with my child because I know my child. My child a big bag. She eat just like her mama eat. If my child's not eating and my child is sleeping all day, I know something's wrong with my kid.
Yeah, she got itis from all the food you've been giving
I
her.
took my child to the emergency room. They're like, oh, they're about to send me home with her. Literally, I'm like, I'm not going home. I refuse to leave. They called security on me. I was like, I'm not leaving. You're not sending me home with a sick kid. Something's wrong with my kid. And they're like, oh, nothing's wrong. There's nothing wrong. She gets up, throws up on the floor. They put her back on the table. They put her to sit her down. And they're like, yo, what's going on? They give her medicine to stop her from throwing up. She threw that up. And they're like, yo, we don't know what's wrong. We don't know what's wrong. I'm like, duh. I'm telling y'all something wrong. And y'all telling me to go home with her. She ends up passing out. My kid passed out in front of my fucking eyes. And that was when they decided to jump up and be like, oh my God, she's passing out. Let's give her this. Let's do this. Let's do that. That's what I be talking about. If a person is telling you they know something is wrong, I understand y'all are doctors and y'all have a whole category of lists you have to go down, list that you have to look at. But if a person's telling you something's wrong with their kid, listen to them. That is my problem.
So I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor. I could just go off the minor experience that I've had dealing with such individuals. Now, I will say this. Once again, you're not wrong. You're not wrong for feeling any way you feel, but I feel like, you know the problem is, it'd be TV, it'd be television, it'd be thinking, I feel like they give a representation of healthcare that they could really do more than they really can. They really can't. They are supposed to treat what is presented. Mm-hmm. So literally, like I said, it sucks. But until your kid actually passed out, there's nothing they're gonna do. Just like you could be like, I don't know, say your kid has a history of seizures. I feel like she's about to seize. I feel like she's about to seize. A nurse and a doctor is literally not going to do anything for your kid until they literally have a seizure. It sucks, but that's how they operate. They literally treat what's presented. So that's why I always tell people, it's like, listen, if you're literally not showing these symptoms, like, just stay home. I actually had a guy like that the other day. He woke up in the middle of the night. He said, yo, I feel like I'm bleeding internally, which is already crazy to say. Like, if you didn't cough up blood or throw up blood or you're not crapping out blood, whatever. There's no reason why you got to tell me and say I'm bleeding internally. But regardless of, you can feel like that all you want until you actually are showing symptoms of that.
Okay, but then what did they do?
Bro,
did they actually take him in to run tests on him, or they just send him?
Yeah, they should. They absolutely should.
But my thing, like I said, if you don't make it a deal, like if the person didn't make it a big deal and they just turned them away, like, look, we can't see anything, and they sent him home and the motherfucker died, they're going to just be like, oh, whatever. That irritates me. If a person is telling you something's wrong, at least do the test just so that if they're wrong and there's nothing wrong, at least you know you did your part thoroughly so that the person could be sent home and know that, okay, there's nothing wrong. But to just send somebody home because you don't physically see, that is a problem.
And I will say this, and I don't think it's good at all, but you got to remember, people in healthcare are humans too. So it is a boy who cried wolf thing that happens in hospitals all the time. If they know they're constantly seeing you for all the same shit all the time, like, yo, he's always here, or he or she's always here for this.
That.
Yeah, and then at some point, when you really do get fucked up, they're going to kind of look at you the same way. Oh, That person just here and they
But
might
you chose that
cold
job.
shoulder you.
You chose that job. People, a lot of nurses and a lot of doctors needed to not have that as a job. They need to mentally evaluate nurses and doctors too. Because a lot of them motherfuckers don't belong in that department. And you're laughing, I'm dead ass. A lot of these nurses be talking mad shit about patients, about, like, I've seen it. Like, I've been in emergency rooms and see doctors sitting down talking shit about a patient in room 3. That's a problem. That shit needs to stop. Stop going in a job you don't want to have.
I don't care how you talk about me as long as you treat me the same.
No, but stop going in a job you don't want to have. Like, cut that shit out. That shit's not okay.
Are you working at a job you don't want to work
but
at?
if you're gonna be a fucked up human, don't go in that field.
I mean, we could probably expound on this on a later day because that wasn't our topic list today. I put in, it was like, are you supposed to love the job that you have, or do you just work the job you have because it pays you a good amount of money? And that's a big thing in the nursing field. I'll say myself,
nurses for money.
The last 7 years of nurses have only been in there for the money.
I would be a nurse for the bag. My mom told me in general, she's like, Jordan, you cannot be a nurse. You don't care about people like that. And I already said it on the spot. I'm not an empathetic person. But for that bag, absolutely.
You don't need to be a nurse.
Absolutely.
You don't.
I think nurses more than doctors need to be more caring.
My thing is, if you're not going to be empathetic and care about people, you should not be.
I think it's completely opposite, and that's another reason I tell people in the line of work I do. If you are too caring, that's how people end up going home and killing themselves because they invest themselves in their job too much. I feel like the doctors that literally, or doctors or nurses that can literally treat you for what presents, but not emotionally invest, are probably.
But I
in my
think
opinion,
that you have to be somewhat
provider.
empathetic, because if you, for example, if you're a doctor and you just went into surgery to try to save somebody's life and they died, what, you gonna walk into the family? He's dead. Walk away. You have to be able to present some form of empathy. Like, unfortunately, whatever happened, your family member passed away. I'm not saying to carry that pain. I mean, naturally, as a human that has empathy, you will carry somewhat of that pain, which is why therapy is important. They'll have a person to talk to. But to just be so dead inside to where you're not even responding to a person that's going through something, you should not be in that field. If I have I'm telling you, I curse people out easily. Whenever I go to the doctor, if you give me an attitude, next, who can replace this bitch? Because I don't want her taking care of me. When I was giving birth to my daughter, the nurse said some shit. She said I was being dramatic. Get this bitch out my room. I will kick you the fuck out my room. I don't care.
Were you being dramatic?
Question. I was giving birth.
It was just a question.
Naturally.
Look,
no meds.
Did you give birth with this attitude you're having right now?
Don't piss me off.
This is a question. You haven't answered one of my last 4 questions.
No, I was not being dramatic. I was pushing the baby out my pussy naturally with no meds. I was not being dramatic.
One mic.
I told her, I said, get this bitch out my room. And I reported her. No. I reported the bitch. I'm dead ass.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you don't like your job, leave. Find another job.
I knew it was bad in this nursing epidemic when I literally had a cardiac arrest, bro. We got the guy to be back. We got Ross, which means we got the person back alive, or at least we got a pulse again. We bring him in the hospital, and the nurse said to me, "Why did you bring him in here? He's going to die anyway." A nurse said that to me. Bro, I wanted to fucking falcon punch her through a wall when she said that shit. I'm like, how dare you say such a thing? This is somebody's, like I said, fucking grandpa or some shit. And you over there mad that you got the nigga back to life.
And
like, you're
miracles
mad.
happen.
Like, you supposed to know from bringing him back, he gonna die anyway.
Yeah, but you see so many cases where a person survived and you're like, they weren't supposed to survive. So to even say that is crazy.
Crazy, bro. People be taking that job for the bag. I mean, I would be one of them too, but no. I'm different.
You're not different. You just said you're not empathetic. How you gonna say that?
I mean, I'm partially empathetic.
They also don't go to school and learn to be empathetic. They
all I'm
learn
say
biology.
is, my advice to people is advocate for yourself. If you know something is wrong, make them do tests, make them run up your insurance. I don't give a rat's ass. You advocate for yourself. And if a nurse or anybody is making you feel away, fuck them. Find another fucking doctor. Like, do not settle for less. Don't ever settle in nothing in your life. Not even your damn doctor. I'll change the doctor in a heartbeat. You make me feel uncomfortable.
Patty Jane.
She's bugging.
Get in her bag, like. I have no complaints. I don't think she's wrong at all. I'm just saying, I just had to say that bar because, like I said, a lot of people go to the hospital every day and feel like there's something wrong with me.
But I understand
or I go to the hospital, they'll be like, every time, I don't want to go to the hospital because they never take care of me. No, they don't take care of you. It's just that whatever you're going through is not presenting severely enough where they can see it yet. So they can only treat what they can see. Respectfully, bro. Unless you got a broken ligament, which easily shows, or like I said, CAT scans is for your brain. If you don't got nothing neurologically going on, but you just feel like something's off, you're just gonna have to kind of play the waiting game.
Also, them tests cost the hospital money too. Like,
this is why I'm telling you, one day, my goal in life, and I think I'm gonna do it sooner than later. I'm gonna open a nonprofit. I want to create spaces for people to be confident and go into places like doctors' offices and have an advocate that can come with them to sit with them while they have their visit if they're too afraid to talk up for themselves. Because that's crazy. I would be right there in the doctor's office with that old lady that's scared to talk up for herself and let the doctor know. Check her for what she thinks she got. And we ain't leaving here till you do.
And when she didn't tell you she got a hip replacement, they put her in the MRI machine and that metal come out. It's going to be your fault.
Listen, I don't care.
You're going to need an advocate at your fucking court
You
hearing.
need an advocate. People need advocates.
Listen, man, we're gonna have to wrap this up, man. I feel like this is a nice little mellow episode, you know, some chill shit. You feel me? I had to raise my voice this episode.
I dropped 50 and 15 today, but it's all right.
I raised my voice, but I'm being passionate. I don't play about people.
I'm passionate. Yeah, facts, bro. I gotta start saying that too, bro.
Yeah, we
Everybody always
passionate.
thinking-
We
always thinking
passionate.
niggas is screaming. I'm just passionate, all right? Very passionate. But
Jordan
yo,
doesn't
listen,
scream. He just talks loud normally,
We're
guys.
New York. We're passionate New Yorkers. Like,
Patrice, you don't even get to call yourself a New Yorker. I ain't gonna
What
hold
am
you. You, a woman that was born in New York. You're not a New Yorker.
whatever.
Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our lovely drops. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram. You know the vibes. Being black is ghetto. And like I said, going forward, yo, if y'all want to come on this pod, I need that manyan. I
Send
got to
the blood
reinforce
clot
that.
deposit.
Give me the money.
Give me the money. I need that, bro, because y'all going to stop playing with me, bro. But yeah, you know, Being Black is Ghetto. It's your host, Jay Abs, JD in the cut, Patty J, and we are signing out.
And we're out.
Yep.